Our sponsor this month is Published, an affiliate of Village Voices. Published offers all author services from writing tips, critiques, manuscript evaluations, and editing, as well as tips to help you become published. If you prefer to self-publish, purchase the step-by-step book on publishing through Amazon, or purchase services a la carte, from formatting to creating custom covers, or even tips to gather endorsements. The staff is headed by 2 professional writers. After your books are published, either trade paper, electronically, or both, purchase marketing tips, web services, book trailers, or turn your book into an audiobook. Publish provides all your writing, publishing, and marketing needs. So give them a call at 941-748-6865. Contact them online at dgould497@aol.com, or go to the website at www.publishedavillagevoices.webs.com. Good afternoon. Welcome to Culture Coast. The intro you just heard was by Al Musitano, and today we're talking to the Muphin Chuckrs of Bradenton, and we're going to say hi to all of them. Hi, guys.
Hello.
All right, we have Nate, Dustin, Zach, and Dan, and they are members of the Muphin Chuckrs. So we're going to start at this end and go with Nate. Hi, Nate. So.
Hi.
Y'all have been together for 14 years, is that right?
Correct.
And the same 4 guys?
Yep. I joined it a little late in the game. I think it was 2005. But
So you're the newest member of the group?
yes,
Okay.
Newest and oldest.
And what do you play?
I'm the bass player.
I'm only the bass player.
They tried to think of a cool way to say that.
It was
I'm the
basically what the
fourth
other
guitar
2 didn't
player.
want to do. And so that's what I did.
Oh, yeah, but you don't have to take responsibility for anything that goes wrong. All you have to do is go, hey, I'm only the bass player.
Ironically, we blame it all on
I'm the
him.
least responsible for a bad song. So it's cool.
All right, and Dustin.
Hello.
Hello. You've been with them since the inception?
Yep.
And who came up with the name?
I believe technically it was Zach. We were all walking through his childhood neighborhood.
Tell the story right. We were laying in my bed together.
Oh, I thought we were walking through the
It
neighborhood.
was a sleepover.
Oh.
Sleepover.
Sleepover. We were
So how old were we for this sleepover?
I was mid-teens.
I was
Cool.
Formative years.
I was
Yeah.
13 when I started the band,
I don't know,
so
we could have been walking. We did a lot of walking, a lot of sleep.
did a lot of walking with muffins. That's
So-
kinda
so
where the name came from.
Where is this neighborhood? Where is this neighborhood that you were walking through?
I'm not permitted to say. Family still lives there. I don't want crazies.
lot of
No, it's in Palmetto, over there. But
So it's here on the Culture Coast. We were all born here.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was born a native.
I was
All natives.
Yeah, I was born in Florida. I was actually born in Gainesville, though,
Oh.
and then moved here when I was
3
12.
natives.
I was born in Miami, so we're still natives. It-
Yeah,
it
well, I'm
qualifies.
definitely
That
Florida
barely
native.
counts.
Yeah. I'm just not, I'm not,
Are you
I'm not.
kidding? Gainesville's further south, even though it's further north.
Yeah,
That's
true.
more southern than we are.
Yeah.
The
It
more
is.
the farther
You're
north
the
in
middle.
Florida you go, the more southern it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They talk funny up there. They really do.
Thanks God.
They sound like they're from Georgia.
Is that why nobody understands me?
No, that's not why.
That's just because you're retarded.
Okay, Zach.
Yes.
Wait, first let's go back. Dustin, what do you play?
I sing and I play guitar.
Okay, lead guitar, rhythm guitar.
Rhythm guitar.
Your rhythm guitar. And Zach,
Mhm.
what do you play?
Drums.
Drums. Cool. And so you've been with them since the inception, since the sleepover when you came up with Muphin Chuckrs?
Oh, yeah.
And how did it come to being Muphin Chuckrs? This is an unusual name, to say the least.
Yeah, it kind of stuck with us from our early childhood activity, and not recommended to anyone. But, just...
God, was it fun.
taking spare, stale, moldy muffins and just basically throwing them out on
Chucking them, huh?
seeing what happens. I mean,
That
we
is
were kids,
hysterical.
so it was terrible.
It's a
But
very literal name.
now we feel bad about
And
it.
they've waxed philosophical about it for
You
years.
know-
Sexual connotations.
Yeah,
everything.
they've had all
And
kinds of-
It's very innocent.
Yes, it is, and it's kind of funny because hey, that is not destructive. It's kind of like toilet paper in a tree for goosey knives.
Yeah,
Sorry,
pretty much.
it
We just
doesn't
like to be
destroy
chased.
anything.
I hope not.
If you didn't hurt
For
anything
crazy
or
rednecks.
anyone,
Uh-huh.
perfectly fine.
Yeah, luckily we didn't see any careening
No, we didn't
cars. So
There
We
was no
didn't cause
damage.
any wrecks or anything. We just
Just-
pretty much
We just got
a
chased
good
on
moldy
foot
muffin
one
to
time,
your
but,
windshield.
Oh, yeah.
Cakes on nice, hard to wipe off.
Oh no, muffins aren't hard to wipe off. Eggs, that's hard to wipe off.
they would chase us through the neighborhoods. Yeah, it was fun. Nice adrenaline rush. So it's a literal term.
Dan, you play
Guitar.
so you're lead.
Yes.
Since
I
that-
shred. the
Since
lead.
we've got bass and rhythm already covered, I'm gonna guess that's the lead guitar.
That is
Okay.
the only
Now-
spot left.
Who sings?
I do.
Just you?
Yeah.
You're the only singer.
Yeah.
Thank
They
God.
can't carry a tune?
These
No,
guys-
they can.
these
They
guys
can,
are
actually.
shouters.
This
This guy can.
In
Yeah,
the
he
last
kinda
couple
can.
years, we've been playing acoustic shows. We've done like a little side project, Muffin Men. We played a lot of the local bars around here doing acoustic acts. And he has grown tremendously on the vocal end. And he's got some mad chops now. I don't know. I got a little competition in the band.
Mhm.
What guy? You want to fight about it? Come on.
Yep. I usually just scream on the stage.
I'll take you right now.
I know
Like
it's
broken ribs.
It's not part of the Muffin Chuckers, but you told me you also have a
That's
duet, and it's you and Dan?
Yeah, that's the Muffin Men. I
The
was
Muffin
referring
Man,
to.
when it's just the two of you and you're doing the
Acoustic.
gigs at the acoustic gigs at
Yep.
the local clubs.
Yeah, like downtown Main Street here, we play Old Man, McCabe's.
I ran into you one time down there and
Yeah.
tried to set something up too. Another one of
We're
those.
probably
We're
pretty
busy.
lit.
We're busy people.
Yeah, you are. I mean, you all have day jobs, right?
Yeah.
So you have day jobs, you have night jobs with this band, plus you were doing additional gigs. Yeah, that's kind of busy. Plus, I
Yeah.
take it you practice
Mm-hmm.
regularly.
Yes.
Shows are kind of the practice for the most part.
Yeah, most
Well, after
times.
14 years, you pretty much know. Do you do your own songs, or do you all do cover songs?
Mostly our own stuff. We do a lot
Very
of covers
cool.
too, but we've learned a lot of covers over the years.
Depends on the show, depends on the crowd.
Yeah.
If they want covers, we'll give them covers. But
But mainly original. We try
at
to
least
stick to
75% original.
Yeah, we got
Very
about
good.
80 original songs
Past love.
written and recorded.
And who's the songwriter?
D-balls.
Primarily those two.
Yeah, most
Lyrically,
So
99.999%.
So you're in your teens. Where does your musical ability? Where do your musical talents come from? Your parents or somebody
No,
else?
lack of a
drugs
social
and-
life. My guess. Lack of a social life.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
But wait a minute. Guitars are supposed to attract girls.
That's not till you get good at it. Though.
Yeah, you have to be kind of good.
And
I
we're
mean,
still not.
when we were in middle school, it attracted them, and then they were like, "No, they suck." And then we got better because they stopped paying attention, and now we're a little bit better than we were.
So now when they come around, you go away. You weren't here when we needed you.
Well, and everyone's got a girlfriend. Everyone's been
Well,
with the same people they're with for a while.
Dan here is married.
I'm married. I have a
and
kid.
Nate here is getting married next weekend. And,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Zach
So
and
is
I
this,
will-
are you going to the bachelor party after?
Mm-hmm.
The bachelor party is going to be
This-
kind of non-traditional. I think we're doing paintball instead of strippers.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. All right, so musical talent, does it come in your family? Does anybody else play? Where did it come from?
Yeah, I really couldn't tell you. I guess my dad used to play trombone when he was in high school. But
Rusty.
A rusty trombone?
yeah, man. But other than that, I mean, he stopped and was surfing and everything like that.
So how
he
did
never
you
really did it.
learn to play the guitar?
I just always had the desire to learn to play guitar, and then when I started going to Manti School for the Arts, they had a guitar program there. started taking guitar lessons. Dustin and I were in
Learned
the same
from the
class.
master John Phillips.
That's right. Dustin and I were in the same class. That's where both of us learned. And
Okay.
that's kind of how we started the band, was Dustin and I playing together. And Zach and I had known each other since 3rd grade, and Dustin and I met in 7th grade. Zach and I wanted to start a band, and we got Dustin.
All right. So Zach, where does your talent come in?
Talent?
God given.
Okay, but
No, I
any,
mean,
say
no,
this
it's
or
no
really
relatives?
really just self-taught. No, yeah. I mean, I started playing bass guitar first when we first came up with the idea to start a band, and just realized, we needed a drummer more than anything at that point. So I just bought a cheap drum set from a friend and just kind of sat on it.
He
and
still
played.
has that same drum set to this day.
That's right.
Hey, it was cheap.
Zach was playing. Zach was playing bass. I was playing guitar, and we bought a drum set to be able to start auditioning drummers with Dustin in mind. Bought the drum set, left it over at Zach's house. I came over the next day, and Zach was playing the drums. He just from them being there for that night, he just messed around on it, man. He was like playing like Green Day songs and stuff. I was like, okay. And then we found out Dustin could sing, and everything got switched around. So.
And in middle school, the girls started paying attention.
Kind of.
Here and there. Mostly the guys, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the garage bands. Okay.
We were
got all
punk rock when we started, so girls weren't really into punk rock, but
So
guys
you were
liked
punk
us
rock.
to break stuff. So it
Like
was
Blink-182 punk rock, like
high school boys and they're pumping testosterone and just want to break shit.
So what have you gone? What is your music now? What do you
It's
consider?
kind of a power slap. Kind of.
slappy bass type thing. But, yeah.
We moved on. We've done everything from jazz to blues, reggae.
Ballads, man.
You're pretty much blues and rock and roll. That
Yeah,
side
kind of
of
an
it.
alternative rock, pop. I mean, we're a little bit of everything. We don't really stick to one genre.
like-
We like to move around.
Well,
we get
you're the
bored
one.
easily.
You're the one
Three
writing
eleven.
them, so I guess that's
Yeah,
really-
I just kind of
Pretty
write
good,
however I
It's not
feel,
good.
and however it comes out, it comes out. If it sounds jazzy or if it sounds heavy, I mean, it's just to set the mood of what the song's about and how I'm feeling. So I think music's very powerful, and once you hear a song, just the music, you know exactly what kind of mood that person's in. If it's slow and sexy sounding, then it's like Marvin Gaye or something. It's like you want to just kind of relax and jam to it.
Sometimes you're laid back, and sometimes you're hyped up, and
Yeah,
sometimes
I'm
you're
all over the place. So.
angry, and
Right.
sometimes you're sad.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
you're the one who does most of the writing. Anybody else write any of the songs or the lyrics or?
Yeah,
I mean,
Zach-
we've all
Very
written
few, yeah.
stuff. I mean,
Zach
little
and Dan.
things here and
There's
there.
70
yeah.
or 80 songs. I would hope it's not
Yeah,
all
he's-
on your
He's
shoulders.
always the glue. Like we've written songs with we'll write a song like a couple parts, and then he'll come in and
Put it together.
glue it
Yeah.
together, have the transitions.
Yeah,
and
sometimes they'll come to me with just like Nate will come to me with a
And
bass
you've
riff.
never taken any professional courses or?
No,
You said
I can't
Manatee School of the Arts. What did they teach you there?
Well,
The kid didn't retain a goddamn.
no.
thought.
Oh, they taught it, but he doesn't remember it.
Yeah, pretty much. I learned, I was in guitar class with Dan, and our teacher, John Phillips. He was awesome. I pretty much got into the class. I never picked up an instrument before that or anything. I played piano a little bit when I was younger, but I was a little kid, and my grandma got me into it. I wasn't really focused. I had some voice lessons when I was younger, but I was like 5 maybe, so I kind of lost all that. And I moved here when I was 12, and I didn't have any friends, and I met Dan and Zach.
And did he beat you up?
No, he looked like he wanted to the first time I met him. He was pretty angry looking dude, but we got to know each other and started hanging out, and all these guys were into music, and Dan was in guitar class with a couple other friends in school, and I was like, hey, that's an easy A, whatever. They don't do anything in that class. I'll just join that and hang out with my new friends,
And look what it did to you.
And yeah, I
It
actually fell
turned
in
you
love
into
with
a
it.
musician. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
I fell in love with it, and I really, grabbed a hold and started trying to make something of it, and having these guys with me, and pushing to have a band, and actually, the first gig we played was at the Bradenton Yacht Club for a talent show, and I mean, I can remember still to this day how much adrenaline was pumping through me, and how
Were you scared?
excited and nervous and just happy I was to be, up there rocking out with my buddies. And
Did you win?
no, it wasn't. I don't think it wasn't even like a winning thing. It was just everybody kind of Was
it
there a
wasn't
winner?
really a con. It wasn't really a con.
It was
It
just
was-
a show.
Yeah, it was like a concert, talent show. Everybody just kind of got out. All the members of the yacht club, like their daughters and sons, and them themselves, all kind of just did. Think of it like a big karaoke night, but we actually played our own instruments. So.
And your own songs, or were you using covers?
Oh, we
back
did
then?
covers and
Played
we did
Ramones.
one.
Played Ramones.
Yeah, we did
the Bringing
Blitzkrieg
It
Bop
Up
by the
yeah.
Ramones and a couple other tunes. I think
that
we
was
played
actually
3
our first
songs
show.
and went by like that. Like felt like I blinked my eyes and it was over. But
Is that all there is?
we did horrible, but we loved it and we
You did horrible, you think?
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
We got the video.
I mean, we were
It's
horrible
bad.
for years. But
Long time.
We were
Long
very
time.
bad for years, but we just stuck with it and got better and
were
better.
you bad until Nate joined you?
no,
It was-
we were just starting
We were
to get
just
good.
getting big. He came in like right
Yeah, he
when
came
we
in
started
right
getting
when we were
You
kicking
shaped
ass.
them up.
I missed all the bad.
Right when we
years.
started
Like, I missed-
building a fan base, Nate's
I
like,
missed-
"Hey, can I be in the band?"
Yeah, no,
Watched
I
it for
missed
years.
the crap year.
Are you older? Because you all look to be about the same age.
Yeah, I know we do.
Yeah.
That's a compliment. Say
That's
thank
what
you,
a Pat and Dale
man.
do.
No,
Go ahead
I'd
and try to
rather.
pick us right now. Who's,
Yeah.
who's
Yeah,
Uh,
spit out the ages.
I think I
Well,
got-
just
Yeah.
go
Drop
ahead.
the
What's the ages?
Go
you
ahead, start.
think?
Go ahead. You start over there. Go ahead.
Well, I'm the baby.
All right. Well, I would say
I'll give you
mid
that.
20s.
I'm 26. I'm
Okay.
about to be
Okay.
27.
I'm 27, fitting to be 28.
Okay.
What is that? What are you, 13 years old?
27
27,
and a
3/4?
half.
Oh.
Well, I'm literally like in 2 weeks.
You
about
know,
it.
it works that way until you get like 40, and then it's like, well, I just turned 40.
Yeah.
It's
I'm really
like,
closer to
You're
40
like,
than
who
40.
yeah, yeah.
once in a
Even
while.
though, and then when you get to be 90, it's like, I'm 90.
Oh my God.
I made it.
I can't count that high anymore.
And once you hit 100, then you start counting the months.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
100 and a half, or I'm 103 months, because
I'll
every
be
month
counting the
counts.
hours
Every day
if I made it to
counts, yeah.
100, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's
22.
there's some point where it switches back.
Yeah.
Wasn't it your great grandmother that lived to see like
Yeah, I did have a great grandmother lived
3
to
centuries or
106.
something?
She nearly lived
3
through.
centuries?
or
She was born in
a
the
whole
late-
century? That
That's really
uh,
old.
Yeah, she
no,
was
she
born
almost
before
did.
the turn of a
She
century
was
and then died
born-
right after.
She was born in the
2000.
late 1890s, and yeah, she died in 2001. So yeah,
Yeah.
she saw 3
You
different
saw
centuries.
3
there.
centuries. That's
Yeah,
cool.
see?
That's a hell of a
Cool.
spread.
That's what he meant.
That's a hell of a spread.
Yeah.
Not that she was
a
300.
vampire.
Well, it doesn't
She's a
even sound
zombie.
impressive anymore. Yeah, I'm 27. That doesn't sound like shit now. I'm good. All right, cool.
Well, he's not talking, but he's not.
I'll be 33 in January. We're like,
Take the hat
if
off.
you look at it logically,
Take that.
I was gonna say this guy started losing his hair at 17. And
That doesn't count. My son started.
sure it
losing
does.
his-
Oh, it counts.
Oh, it counts.
Oh, it counts.
It counts.
I didn't think it did
To the
until they started
30, to the
making fun of me.
33-year-old,
but,
it counts. Yes, it counts a lot.
Now, Zach, you're being really quiet over there.
Try not to be.
I'm gonna pick
Because
on
he
you.
stalks
So-
all
This is
months.
him being.
So you started with the bass guitar, the guitar, and
He was
found
terrible
you
at
found
it.
you had rhythm.
Yeah.
Found that you had the rhythm, so you picked up the drums. Do you?
It's a bad
Does your rhythm work really well with the whole, with everything you guys do? It's the right kind. I mean, sometimes
Yeah, I
drummers.
tried to. Yeah, I tried to when he plays something, kind of starting a song. It's hard. Like initially, like if we're at practice and everything's all set up, and I'm like behind the drum set. If he starts playing something, sometimes it's not so natural to just jump in right away and try to add a beat to it. But like I'll think about it for a few days, if like I hear something that he's playing in the song he's written, and I'll like try to think of like an interesting way to structure the rhythm behind it, and do something that doesn't sound so like by the book, but has something.
Yeah.
I love this guy. He's literally one of the best drummers in this whole freaking
It's hard to find a good drummer.
county, if not state.
It's hard to find a good drummer. It really is. I kudos to you, because him saying that is important.
Yeah, he's got that built-in
The
rhythm.
drummer is the
There's a lot of people that
Heartbeat
like
of the
go to
band.
the drum circles and think they're good drummers. And it's like,
Yeah,
guys.
I hate drum circle. No offense, drum circle people,
No,
but get better at your
remember
craft.
there was a song we did where I had written a part, and I'm like, I really want drums right here, and he's like, no, it can't be done, man. It just doesn't work. The guitar riff you're playing, there's no drums. It just doesn't work. And I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, let's try. And he's, no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And we do that for like, this went on for probably like 2 months at practice, and then one day he comes into practice, he's just like, I got it, man. I got it. He's like, I was thinking about it last night, and it
Came
just
to me in a
clicked,
dream.
man. And we nailed it, and it's like one of the coolest parts in the song.
Very
Sorry,
cool.
Dustin, but yeah.
So yours is all in your you do yours in your head ahead of time and think about it before you commit to it.
Yeah, I usually try to think of at least 2 or 3 different ways that it, could be done, and then try to land on one that makes the most sense.
It's pretty much how all the music goes too, because I'll write a song and I'll have like just a bass for everybody to start, like just a soft, basic riff of the notes and a little bit of the rhythm, and then the lyrics. And
well, the lyrics
they'll
determine what kind of song it's going to be, right?
Yeah, most times, yeah. And I usually write the music and the lyrics together. It's not like one comes before the other. A lot of people ask that question, oh, do you write first and then the music? And it's usually together. And I'll have a bassist, and I'll come to them, and they'll be like, hey, this will sound cool here, or that'll sound cool here, and then we'll just keep tweaking it until we like how it sounds, and it sounds solid. Go record it.
All right, so what's your day job?
I'm a used car salesman.
Cool. Cool.
I sell new cars too, but yeah, I'm a car salesman.
All right, and Nate?
Retail.
Retail what?
Oh, I sell audio stuff, so it kind of.
I was wondering because a lot of musicians work at Sam Ash and some other places like that. The guitar place down in Sarasota. So I was wondering, audio makes sense.
It's a very high-end speaker company.
Easy.
Boise?
NDA.
Dustin, where do you work?
I work for an independent auto repair shop.
Okay. And we know where Nate works, but go ahead, Nate. Where do you work?
I am and your insurance agent.
That's conflict of interest as far as the show goes.
It's pretty awesome, though, because now that I think about it, the three of us can go buy a car from you, get it fixed by me, and have insurance by him.
And then get speakers put in it.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey.
You got a car.
All your car needs
Between the
are
four of us, we got a car, man.
You get a car. You get a car.
That's what we should call the band.
So
It's a
that
fucking car.
supports your lifestyles, but the music is where your passion comes in. Yes, it's what
Absolutely.
feeds your souls.
Yeah, it really keeps things from feeling mundane, and give you something to look forward to.
And keeps really good friendship going on.
Oh yeah.
Because you guys are being together this long. That's close, and it's most guys don't maintain their male friendships unless they've got something.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
these
in
are
common.
this is the closest and longest friendships I've ever had in my life.
It's
It's the
It's
only
like
friendship I've ever had.
I think we consider it more like a family than just
Yeah.
a friend.
It is.
These are like,
It
we're
is.
all brothers.
I've talked to some bands and they're transitional. People transition in and out and in and out. And so when you said you guys have been together for 14 years, that's really impressive because of all that transitioning in and out. It's understandable because a band is kind of a family or a marriage between all of you, and if the personalities don't necessarily jive, people leave and get transitioned in and out. But after 14 years, you've already gone past the 7-year itch.
Twice.
Twice.
There's been times where we're just sick of each other, but we always
Now,
miss each other nonetheless.
You were saying you don't practice a lot anymore, except but what happens when you come up with a song? Don't you guys have to get together to work it through?
Eventually.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. There'll be months and months where I don't write anything, and then there'll be days where I might write 2 or 3 songs in a day and have ideas and jot them down. And then when I get a bassist and together and have something solid, I'll be like, hey, I got a few songs. You guys want to try them out?
And now with you're married and you're about to get married, and you two have girlfriends. Girlfriends are not quite as
they hate
time. Well, yeah, but they don't.
Well, we both live with our girlfriends. So.
Yeah, okay, but. The whole thing I'm getting at here is how do you manage to still find time for the music and your jobs? How do you find time for the music when your jobs and your families are
A day at a time.
Yeah,
A day at a
it's
time.
pretty much winging it
Yeah.
and hoping nobody gets pissed off.
Well, and that's the thing too. I mean, that's another reason why we don't practice so much anymore is because a lot of the stuff we've been playing for years and it's set in stone. So yeah, I mean, we played it so many times; it's just muscle memory
Right.
at this
It's
point.
burning
You
our
really,
brains.
you don't really have to practice
I
it.
could sleep.
But I
and
mean,
play it.
when there's new stuff, a lot of the times what happens is Dustin writes a song and then he'll see somebody else or someone else show it to him. They start getting a taste and show it, one by one. And
And
then by
then-
the time we come to practice, everyone kind of has an idea of the song, and
And then
we'll
you
kinda
work
get
on it
yeah.
together.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, now it's so easy to record things too. Like in this case, that helped a lot. Where these guys kind of, because they were playing the acoustic gigs, got all the new material together
Yeah,
and
Dan and
actually
I were
recorded
synced.
it. So I was able to just have that recording, listen to it in my car until I like knew all that material basically.
And then
so,
could add on to it.
Yeah.
And Nate sits in a lot with us too when we do the
Yeah.
Muffin
Because
Man
he's the
stuff.
bass player.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
he'll
he can
come.
come and go as he pleases, so
Yeah.
Nobody
He's
misses
got
it.
nobody
free
misses him, nobody
In
cares.
other
he's
words,
there.
in other words, I do it for free.
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
sit
but
in
you're
with
not
the two of
you're
them.
not obligated
No,
either.
which is
So,
wonderful.
I mean, you can just
Which
get
is
up and go
wonderful.
drink and have
Yeah,
fun.
but when they play, when
Yeah,
you
like,
play
we don't
all
drink.
four of you
Oh, we
play
drink.
together, you
it's not fun though.
you share money, yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do get gigs regularly.
Yeah.
As the Muffin Chuckers.
Same way.
Yeah, we
You had the Pick and Picnic, which is where I saw you.
yeah, and we did a Halloween show, my caves. We played most recently other places like Jake's Tavern down Sarasota.
Did the beer fest at
Yeah,
Lakewood Ranch.
Lakewood Ranch.
Yeah, it usually comes in waves.
Yeah.
When we have
Yeah.
like consistent shows, it's usually a month of
Aces?
consistent shows, and then it's kind
We
of.
played Aces in the past. We haven't played there in the last 2-3 years.
It's been a while.
At least 3 years,
It's been quite a while.
maybe more.
And you played downtown.
Yeah,
We played downtown
that's,
a lot.
That's where we tend to go now. That's just where the greatest concentration of people are. And the
Mm.
best bars are there. And
Yeah, we did Manchester
It is
Sports
really
Club.
improving. Main Street's really improving.
In the last 14 years, we probably hit every single bar, tavern, club, and all of Manchester.
Well, now that you're all old enough.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
We were
when
playing-
we
we were
started,
playing
that was
bars.
before they changed the
We
laws, and we were
18
allowed if we
playing in
had.
bars.
We were 15 at some bars playing shows with wristbands on
Yeah,
before
when I
they
was driving,
changed
we
all
played the
the
Orpheum and
liquor
Ebor when I
laws
was
and stuff.
16 years old, so
Wow.
Dustin had been 15 at the time.
Yeah, and we were in bars.
So
Yeah, I
at
was
16,
17.
you were playing up in Ybor?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we played.
Yeah, we played the Orpheum.
That's pretty good.
Orpheum and what was that other place?
That's pretty impressive.
I don't know. It was
We-
some
we
other, like,
played at
college
Club
pub or
Piranha.
something. Yeah, Piranha.
We weren't
That's
old
cool.
enough to drink when we played there. We played on the
But we-
rooftop there on the fifth floor.
and we drank too.
Right.
So,
Well, you were old
I was-
enough.
he was old enough.
I thought we were going to talk about that.
All right, now, do y'all have a website?
We do. We have several.
All right, what's your
Muffin-
website?
Yeah, muffinchuckers.com.
Yeah,
Yay.
we do have the
About
brand new
50.
muffinchuckers.com. Big thank you to our friend Sick Nick for putting that together for us.
Yeah, Zach,
Okay,
hit him with
and
all this.
just so all of
You
our
know all
listeners
the
know,
guys.
Muffin Chuckers is spelled differently.
Yes, it's MUPHINCHUCKRS.
There's no E in Chuckers and muffins with a PH, not an
Muffin's
FF.
just all wrong.
Luckily, nobody else uses the PH for muffin, so if you just type muffin into Google, it'll Muffin Chuckers is right there.
Brings
So.
up about 50
Like with
pages of
PH.
craziness.
Well,
that
14
we-
years, you should be showing up a lot, you know,
Yeah.
and there's the Muffin Men, too, so.
Yeah, we have a lot, and there's
And
a
that's
ton of
spelled-
stuff on YouTube. If you just type in Muffin Chuckers on YouTube, our
They can
spelling.
get a taste of your
There's-
music.
Yeah, there's probably at least 100 different videos of all kinds of live shows and
There's Muffin
private
Man,
recordings
Muffin
and
Chuckers,
just shenanigans.
And your
all kinds.
original songs are for sale on iTunes.
on iTunes.
Are they also on your website for sale? And I appreciate all four of you coming down here for the interview, and it was a very good interview. Thank you.
Thank
you.
you for having us.